Looks like there are some people that are still delusional enough to think that Disney will greenlight a second season for The Acolyte, and this is Manny Jacinto. He is the villain and disaster of the show called The Acolyte. He's alluded, or at least he hinted at the fact that there's a possibility that this second season can still happen at Disney. I don't see that happening, but this is because of the interview he just had recently. Now, if you don't know much about Manny Jacinto, he stars alongside the horrible actress called Amanda Stenberg, who literally recently insulted fans that didn't like the show. She even made a diss track insulting Star Wars fan. Amanda Stenberg is another version of Rachel Zegler. When you have these kind of morons that are toxic, these kind of shows can never continue because Disney can see that these people are the reason why. Yes, at least they can never recoup the money they've spent, at least in producing the show. This show cost Disney a whopping sum of $230 million that has gone down the toilet and will never be returned back to the company. Now, speaking at the Collider panel at the San Francisco Expo, Manny Jacinto, who plays the stranger slash Quimir in the show, was asked about the appearance of that Plagueis in the show's final episode. He was asked whether there is a connection with his character and the Emperor's long dead Sith Master. And now he talks about what happened in the show, at least what we saw literally. He said, "Oh man, that's a tough question." Manny Jacinto says, "They are not connected. They are definitely not. How do I answer that? What time is it?" There are definitely a lot of different theories like who he is because we never actually know his true identity. Is Quayamir's name actually Quayamir? And then he literally alludes to the fact that there could be a second and even a third season if we want to see more of this Death Plagueis, at least his story being explored. He continues by saying, "We definitely wanted to explore it. There was definitely going to be more of Plagueis in the second season, or if not the third season of the show, but I just can't say because we could come back, and I don't want to spoil anything or give anybody any false hope. But I would just say that there was a lot more to explore for sure. Now, the major reason why this show was a disaster was because of the direction it went in, where you have Leslie Headland pushing the LGBTQ nonsense throughout the entire show. Never really had any major story to tell. Leslie Headland is an activist. She is a bad producer. She had no business making this show whatsoever, and it's because of her that this show will never get a second season. Leslie Headland as well as Kathleen Kennedy are the major reasons why this show was a major disaster. And then you couple it with the fact that you had a clown called Amanda Stenberg. Amanda Stenberg was the major reason why the show tanked. She is so toxic that even the star that you had in Manny Jacinto appear on screen did not shine through anymore because nobody really cared about anything about the show, and at least to give him the credit he deserves as a decent villain in the Acolyte. So this is what killed this show, and you're not gonna get a second season. And for the fact that the Acolyte cost 230 million to make, and you can never see any potential of a second season because this show performed 50% lower than Andor, at least the finale, as well as the fact that it performed 41% below Ashoka. Both of these shows, Ashoka and Andor, were even disasters for Disney. So if those two were a disaster for Disney, imagine a show that did well less than these two and cost $230 million to produce for all the entire episodes. So this is the major reason why this show was a disaster. You even have people like Jodie Turner Smith that plays Mother Nassir, slamming fans, calling them the R word, that we're the ones toxic and all that. Jodie Turner-Smith, as well as Amanda Stenberg, are the major reasons why this show was a disaster and has so much backlash. Then you have where at least the situation whereby you can never get a second season. Regardless, this is a guy thinking that there could be a chance for a second season, but I don't see that happening. Share your thoughts down below, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do like our content. I'll see you guys very much next time.